Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Blue 18, 3, 3, 3. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Chopper. You don't want it.
No. Off. Kill. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Mariota. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that's complete to Croft. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Tighten up.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Big 3rd down stop. I can almost hear that defense saying, go ahead, go for it, try it.
You see that swagger out there, don't you? You see him saying, yeah, go ahead and give it one more shot. But I think if you're the head coach in this situation with you having the ball, just tip your cap to the guy on the other side and say, okay, you got me this time. Kick the field goal. We'll see you the rest of the game.
Well, if they would go for it and not get it, though, the other offense would have a long way to go in the other direction. First carry for James Conner, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10 is Conner. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 30 Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Undercrush.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, who nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mariota. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Shit. Alert.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Finds his running back, James Conner. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. He'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on third down. Move the sticks from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Check it backer, check it backer.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Trubisky will throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Cooper's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mariota. And the grab by Croft. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Mike, 180! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check safety, check safety. Wide, get wide.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
It's outfield. It's outfield. Hey, it's out. Hey, alert three.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On second and a couple, Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. But it's brought in by Washington. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A second down throw here for Mariota. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Here we go.
One.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Bend it.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Play action now. Mariota. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Mariota again. That's going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
That's another Cowboys first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
I got you. 3.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's open.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
To throw is Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the the Cowboys. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Here's Trubisky. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mariota now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
65.
They run again with Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
18. Red,
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Bud Dupree in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's put him on the buses.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Come on.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.